What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network trailer breakdown, this time with a deep dive into our second trailer for Deadpool 2, or as they've been referring to themselves, the untitled Deadpool sequel. Last teaser, of course, was the Bob Ross-inspired wet-on-wet sketch, followed by a quick sizzle reel full of action shots from the movie, but this time we actually do get mostly a huge chunk of footage from the film itself, but still with a little Deadpool sketch right in the middle. The star of the show this time around is Cable, the mutant cyborg warrior from the future who's come back to the past for an unknown reason in this film. But if you were worried about changes to the character or Brolin's portrayal, don't be. That being said, let's dive right in. The trailer opens with Cable himself waking up, showing off his mechanical eye, while Brolin's first introduction to the audience is him telling viewers that he was born into war, bred into it. For those of you that don't know, Cable's real name is Nathan Summers. He's the son of Cyclops and the clone version of Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor. As an infant, he became infected with the techno-organic virus, which caused part of his body to become mechanical. In an effort to save his life, his father gave him up to a time traveler from the future who claimed that they could save his life, obviously, and that he would help them overthrow the rule of Apocalypse, who controlled Earth in that era roughly 2,000 years in the future. So Cable grows up trained to become this badass warrior to overthrow Apocalypse in the future, and we don't know how much of that origin is going to wind up ported into this movie, but odds seem pretty good given that born into war line, and Deadpool does confirm that he is from the future later in this trailer. At one point we see Cable walking with a teddy bear, something we actually previously saw in the first look image of the character released last summer. We don't really know what the full story is there. I mean, it looks like it could be his only earthly possession, but it also could be a reference to Hope Summers, a mutant child adopted by Cable and taken to the future. But the trailer takes a turn from its Terminator-esque beginnings when Deadpool himself notices that Cable's arm isn't CG'd in, and so Brolin is just wearing a green sleeve. I mean, it's the kind of fourth wall breaking we've come to expect from the film series, and really the character in general. In one of the funniest moments of the spot, if you didn't take it personally, Wade laments the arm not being complete, saying that it's not like they're trying to remove a mustache, which is a reference to the now infamous Henry Cavill mustache fiasco during the Justice League reshoots. And so Deadpool decides to make the rest of the teaser himself with a diorama and a Cable action figure, who's joined shortly thereafter by a Deadpool action figure dressed up as Woody from Toy Story. This looks like it's a reference to the acquisition of 20th Century Fox by Disney, so that Deadpool and Woody are actually now under the same roof, but there's no overt jokes about that, just kind of the setup, but it's still a hilarious scene. Shortly thereafter, though, the teaser resumes at its normal breakneck pace and Cable's arm is now complete, so the rest is really just an action-packed sizzle reel with looks at a ton of characters, old and new, in the film. It starts with Cable kicking the shit out of some armed guards, whose helmets and riot shields are stamped with an acronym, DMC. We don't exactly know what that stands for right now. I mean, I doubt Devil May Cry's involved, just in case you were getting your hopes up, but we see in the background of one shot a guy in a yellow prison jumpsuit fleeing the scene. We do see those yellow jumpsuits twice later in the trailer, first as Wade is fighting somebody wearing one in what looks like a prisoner transport, which is also stamped DMC, and later when Wade himself is wearing one in a location that looks exactly like where Cable was kicking ass. Just a shot in the dark here, really a random guess. I'd say DMC potentially stands for Department of Mutant Corrections, as in a prison specifically for mutants, so get ready for the storyline where Wade goes to jail. In line with that, I mean, while the first movie mostly avoided connections to the X-Men franchise's overarching theme of mutant oppression and fighting bigotry and why can't we all just get along, it looks like this movie might actually dive into that more deeply. I say that both because of the DMC, but also because at one point we see Wade and Domino beating up guys that look like asylum orderlies, but if you look at the posters on the wall behind Domino, they have some interesting messages. First, the one that we can see easiest says, Purity, Humanity, Infinity, suggesting this is a pro-human group, while the one that's a little harder to see says, Clean Blood, Pure Hearts. So my guess is this is some sort of anti-mutant KKK organization. We know Julian Dennison's character is involved somehow in all this. He's obviously a young mutant, as we saw in the last trailer. What if they have to potentially rescue this kid from this anti-mutant group, which could lead to that scene from last trailer in which Julian's character is burning the shit out of a church. But in the last scene I want to point out, maybe the most interesting shot of the entire trailer, Deadpool, Domino, and two other people standing in the back of a transport helicopter. The other people though, I mean, we don't know who they are. The shot is so quick at first I thought it was Cable and maybe Negasonic, but it's not. I mean, who they are remains to be seen. Interesting note though, they are all wearing the same uniform and color scheme, so maybe this is an early incarnation of the X-Force. That's all I could gather from the trailer though. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com, and if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.